Well, people, you somehow got us back. We're back again to do the next two episodes of Velma. They released episodes 3 and 4. We're here, Ace and CJ are here, and also Leo this time because, well, your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, what do we think about this one, guys?
I was forced to be here.
Yes, you was.
Same. It was still bad.
Yep, I got them all chained to the desk. They all had to watch it. All for me.
I still hate it.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're not even shying away from the pedophilia in this one. I really just don't get it. The mayor of the town, like, damn, those girls are hot. Why?
We're at episode 4 now, and only maybe one joke has made me laugh.
Yeah, honestly. I like the what were they doing? Wrestling, I guess, whatever it was. The wrestling joke, how she makes that little anime face at her. That's the only genuine laugh they got out of me.
Yeah, I was being generous. In 4 episodes, they had 3 jokes.
Yeah, I like the what is the prize gun? It is now. Yeah, that's about it. That's what got me.
I'm just not a big fan of the style of comedy here. I knew they were going to start making toxic masculinity jokes eventually, but the only reason that stopped them, I feel like the only reason they didn't make it yet is because we had Fred as our main male, and he was the exact opposite of toxic masculinity. There's no masculinity here at all, so they couldn't make a toxic joke. It was literally impossible.
Other than jokes, I did like how Norville is finally accepting that he will not be getting Velma, and he is moving on.
Yeah, in the last
I do like that
5 minutes of episode 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him, maybe black women, maybe not Indian. The Indian who clearly does not give a fuck about me. Maybe some melanin. That's all I ask for.
I am not a fan of the constant will they, won't they with Velma and Daphne. I never really cared if Velma was a lesbian or not, so I don't like how they're making it a big thing. We'll finally figure out if Velma is a lesbian or not. No, I don't care. Just
yeah. What are
just
we even dancing
Velma
around? Now that we finished the 2 episodes, what are we dancing around here? What are we doing here? She clearly does not want Norville, and she just rejected Fred. It's clearly just setting up Velma and Daphne. What are we even pretending for anymore?
Well, is it finally going to get to the point where she actually gets Velma or Daphne, and then it's no, I don't want you either.
I just
honestly, that would be the best ending to it. Would legitimately be really satisfying if it was just you know what? I think I was wrong on this one too.
maybe
I don't like anyone now.
Maybe I don't like you because you're the only person that was nice to me, and I don't actually like you. What about Norville? Who?
That's another thing. I don't like the whole when Norville's yeah, you kissed Daphne. Okay, I get it. You're gay, and then Velma's you can't assume people are gay unless they're celebrities.
Yeah,
what was that for?
The jokes here is you gotta pick a side here. You cannot keep playing both fields. You cannot diss people who hate incels and then hate incels all in the same breath.
It's like stormtroopers. They have the target right in front of them, but they keep missing.
I will die on this hill. Mindy is not funny.
Mindy isn't the only writer of the show. You can't.
She's not the only writer on the show, but she's the only one that I need to blame.
There was another joke that made me laugh, but it was one that we made when Velma started rolling around and Devin said Autobots roll out.
Just learning Matt Warburton, a former writer on Kids Next Door, worked on this show, just hurts me here. Because either A, he's lost his touch, or B, he either had it and they put him on chains. They just said, I see you trying to make it good, but no. And just went with their angle anyway.
I imagine they have dirt on him. He's still fighting for Kids Next Door Galactic. This is the only way he can make it.
They're okay, you can make Kids Next Door Galactic, but you have to make this piece of shit work. And since it's not, I guess we're not going to get any Galactic Kids Next Door.
Since everyone hates it, fuck you. Say, well, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I signed up for this, didn't I?
Oh no, he didn't sign up for it. They waited until he went to sleep and then he jumped him.
He just woke up in the Velma writer's office. He's like, well, what do you got for episode 3?
What in his hand?
What is this? Don't worry about it. What do you have for episode 3?
Right, damn it.
Episode 3.
Right.
Oh God.
Also, do you think we're ever going to return to the thief, that dude Fred was in prison with? Because he ran up to that house and then they all got put back in jail. What's his story going to be?
Well, you saw that in the in preview. He popped up later, so.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I want to pay attention.
Yes.
He already told us what he was going to be. Remember when Norval didn't show up? He said, "I guess I'll put my childhood dramas into being a lawyer,
so I can get my friends."
Or was it a lawyer?
Shit. Yeah, he said lawyer.
Yeah.
I just don't like this. Somehow, this is the most interesting character here.
Yeah. Now he's in a cabin in the woods because that's a thing.
Also, the charm, I gotta say, the charm of Velma's moms has long since worn off. I wish they'd just fucking die already. I just can't. Like, they're quirky and they're lesbians and they're having fun. They support everything their daughter does. Their little, like, can do, I don't really care about my job attitude got old really quickly. A lot.
Okay, first off, I have to stop you there because you said Velma's mom.
Shit, my fault. Daphne's mom. Moms. God damn it. This fucking show.
I like when Norval gets a win. I like when his dad gave him the what is it? The cardigan, and he had this like this new trick. I didn't like how instantly everyone had the trick after that. I didn't like that.
You'll never catch me alive. But why don't you?
But why? Why don't you want to be caught alive?
Where the fuck did that come from?
Honestly, like out of nowhere, they both had one.
And I knew it happened with a female-centered show with a person who doesn't quite understand what her target audience is. We had a whole female's body, like, perspective in society episode with episode 4, and it could not have been worse because this would have been a lot better of an episode with the whole, like popular hot girls versus dumpy smart girls if they weren't all children. I would have respected a lot more if they weren't all minors. Mm-hmm. Why is an entire town getting together? They're like, we have to find the 5 hottest girls in school. There's no way a bunch of grown adults put this in a cartoon. I don't care if it's an adult cartoon. I don't care. There's no way you all put this in here and weren't ready to be called pedophiles. There's no way.
Like they almost they already fucked up. But they would have made it worse had they made the mayor make the list. They did a little smart move by passing it on to Velma, but they were already going down a slippery slope.
Okay, but this situation isn't built for what they're trying to make it built for. With
Exactly.
all about men's gaze and men's thing, and why do men get to decide this? Okay, if you're gonna have me believe this universe, you cannot keep dragging it out of this universe into our real world and expecting that to solve all your problems. Like, we're still in a world where the hot ones, quote unquote, are getting murdered. This is not a time. You're not the hero here by bringing in to be like, oh, but society and women's bodies and positivity and toxic. This is not the time for that. You have to save the 5 girls' lives who we are to believe are in the most danger right now. And you're just choosing not to because you've convinced yourself that would give men a win. Why?
I just feel like something. I feel like they're probably gonna let Norbert keep this girl, and then he's gonna have her all until she wants to kill that person off.
Oh
yeah, she's like I promise you, they're gonna have an episode where they go on dates and they're all having fun. Turns out they're really a lot alike than they think they are, and probably just before they kiss or whatever, one or two things is gonna happen. Either A, she's going to fucking die. Or B, he's going to, like, just as they're inches away from the kiss, he's going to be like, wait, no, I can't be unloyal to Velma. I'm sorry, Gigi, but I got to go. And Velma's in trouble or some shit. He's going to run and go save Velma. And I
hate that shit.
Or C. Or 3, she is in fact the murderer.
Or, yeah, you're right that. Well, either way, Norville doesn't get the win. So long as we're all in agreement, he doesn't get the win.
Okay, or D, Velma steps in personally. It's like, hey, Shaggy, I know you're moving on, but I don't want you to.
Norville.
So stop that.
Okay, we're ignoring that. Let's hope that does not happen.
We hope and pray.
Hope and pray, honestly. Like, I get it.
Hold up. Going back to that freaking woman's beauty thing, I hated the simple fact of they added a line of men's standards. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, what man got up and said, hey, go get a Brazilian butt lift as a fucking high schooler?
Yeah, the high schooler spit out her Brazilian butt lift. Who was supposed to laugh at that is my main question here. You find me who in the writer's room said, oh, yeah, they'll get a kick out of this. Who? That person has never had a single conversation with any human being. What the fuck? Why does this 15-year-old girl have a Brazilian butt lift?
Depending on what race, I've heard this from somebody, but I think it was Spanish. It's some of them, like on their like 16th birthday or whatever, one of their traditions is to go get something like that.
Velma,
They'll show of womanhood, I guess, and because they value beauty so much.
I just don't understand. Like, and then, like I said, every episode has to have somebody, something, a little bit of something to keep the plot moving forward. In episode 4, it appears to be a little bit of Fred learning to admire women for their minds and not their bodies. A good note. What you're trying to say is a good note, and it's a good thing. Only for him to immediately be rejected. And Velma's response to rejection is, "Oh, don't worry, I'm keeping this picture of your hot bod, though." What's the lesson here?
Like, honestly, like,
what
the fuck
are we trying to do here? I don't
She can
understand.
be as big of a bitch as possible and still get forgiven for it, and she has no punishment or repercussions.
I'm saying you taught him the right. You gave him the book. He chose to read it. He learned. He's a genuinely, what this show is trying to set up for, at least, a genuinely better man. Only for him to still get rejected, and not just get rejected, and she still admires the superficial form of him. So you can still say, I'm keeping the picture of him being naked in the tub. 15-year-old boy, by the way, but whatever. What the fuck is the takeaway? I'm just so fucking confused here.
What I'm getting from that,
that's a man, but you can't do it to a woman.
Yeah, what I'm getting from that is no, you can do all the right things, but you're still going to be in the wrong.
It's a little bitch. Fucking,
honestly,
I just don't.
like, Jesus Christ, man.
I don't understand what direction they're trying to go in.
The wrong direction.
It's like they were trying to set up for it to be like a triumphant moment for Velma. Like, she realized this guy that she thinks she wants, she actually doesn't want. Now that he wants her, she sees for who he truly is. She doesn't want him. She doesn't see him for who he truly is. He's literally better. He's literally a better man, admiring women for their mind instead of their bodies. And she's still like, not good enough. Who is?
Not good enough.
That's another thing I've noticed about Velma so far. The whole show, I get it. It's supposed to be her show, but it literally, she can't go a whole, like, not even a minute without making it about her. The whole scene where they're like, we got to protect these girls that are getting murdered. She's like, what about my dead mother?
Like, this setup of the show. Why is Velma the only nerdy girl in the fucking school? How is Norville with her every step of the way in band and in science lab and in this and in that, and he's not seen as nerdy? If anything, he's probably on the higher end of popular. Not highest, but on the like if this is like a class system, he's on like upper middle class popular here.
If he wanted to be popular, he could.
Yeah, basically, if he wanted to, he could.
All you gotta do is just ditch Velma.
She's the only fucking one in the fucking school. Like, this isn't a nerds versus jock story. This is a Velma versus the whole fucking school story.
So you know how, like, Fred's popular and Velma's attracted to him, right? So Norville is going to be going out with Gigi soon. I think that's what I got from that little couple seconds of the end credits scene. I believe, if this is just a theory, I believe that Norville is now going to go to be popular, and that's what's going to attract Velma to him.
Probably.
And then, God, she's going to ruin it. I swear to God, she is. Of
course she is. I just don't. Maybe that's what's going to happen. He's going to get popular and be like, actually, something's going to happen and be like, Velma, you never cared about what I wanted to do before, so I don't care about what you're going to do. And he's going to go hang out with the popular kids and realize they don't light a spark in his heart like Velma does. And he's going to rip off his Letterman's jacket and go be with Velma. They're going to have a tender moment, and she's going to be like, thanks, best buddy.
God.
And back to status quo.
It's going to be some stupid asshole.
All right, we're approaching the 15-minute mark, and I don't want to talk about this fucking show anymore. All right, guys, thanks for watching or listening, whatever the fuck you're doing. My name's Deadmantoons. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Cruel Joy. Thank you, Leo the Madman. I'll link their channels down below. Thank you for being here, and we will be back for the rest of the episodes, just so we're all clear.
Okay. I don't want to, but we'll do it.
Your tears fill my gas tank. All right,
we'll see.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. They'll be back. Trust me, people. They'll be back. Deadmantoons signing off.